So good morning. This is the second part of the session for the course ELT 125, section 2 on September the 25th. Good morning. Welcome back, Sebastian. Welcome back, Patricio, to the second part. Kind of coldish still in here. I'm going to invite Amaya, Antonia. Claudia Morales told me that she had some issues so she will not be able to connect today. I'm going to keep recording, so classes are going to be in the link provided in the LMS for this sort of educational YouTube channel. Okay, so that's important to remember in case you cannot attend the class. That the link is in the LMS for sections 1 and 2 and 3 separately. Each section has the link for the recorded classes for each one of the sections. Okay, so Amaya.
Yes, teacher. I can be here, right? Or I'm here.
You can start sharing, all right?
All right. All right, and I don't know where is the here's that. You can see it?
Not yet. At least that's what I can say. Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Yes, now.
You're sharing.
All right. Here I take a screenshot from the activity, and here I
Can you make it? Can you make it a bit bigger, please? I'm sorry, Amaya. A little bit bigger.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
Wait. Now?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Here I take a screenshot, and this is the first word I choose. I choose gorgeous, geography, information, attractive, and university. I put in the words here and their I don't know how to say it. The context of each word down here. This painting is really gorgeous. I have studied geography for 3 days. The information for the exam is confusing. It is not very attractive just to sleep 5 hours. The university begins very early. It's okay?
Yeah. Pretty good. Thank you so much. Go on. Doing very well.
All right. The other words I choose for the second group, it was brotherhood, finishing hood, cartoonish, finishing ish, offenseless, ending in last, ridiculous, and else, and otherwise, finishing wise. And it is the context. Jim and Louis' brotherhood makes their mother very happy. The father's reaction to coming to house and seeing the disaster was very cartoonish. That person is offenseless. They can hurt everyone, everybody. The situation has become ridiculous at some point. We must look for water, otherwise we must buy juice. And the final group, this says we need to choose 5, but I only see 4. I know it was a mistake. I'm sorry from the beginning, but I do with the what is C, and my words was fiance, cheese, cassette, and burlesque. And here's the context. His fiance has surprised him with a gift. My cousin really likes cheese. This cassette is very old. With a friend, we went to see the movie Burlesque. Burlesque. And that's it. That's are all the words I choose for this task. I don't
Excellent.
know
Thank
if
you. So, yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Very good examples and very good context, by the way. What caught my attention was in the last set that the first example is actually a very interesting word.
fiance.
Exactly, because that's the examples that I mean the last set is the set for examples in which the suffixes attract the stress. So fiancé would be right. The fiancé would be the sort of the pronunciation for this word. But the thing is that some people do not say fiancé. Some speakers would say fiancé. Okay, so fiancé. Even the the pronunciation of the last syllable, many people say it like a, not fiancé, right? Fiancé, okay, fiancé. But some British speakers say fiancé, fiancé, and also you can hear these pronunciation fiancé in some American movies or Hollywood movies. Okay, so it's interesting that some people would prefer the pronunciation of the word in the original version. It sounds like more French, right? Fiancé, just like when we say garage, right? And some people would prefer the pronunciation of this word like adapting the pronunciation to English. So they would say fiance, stressing, right? Sorry, the second syllable from right to left, or garage, garage, just like that, garage, fiance, fiancé. So in general, we would say that this suffix attracts the stress, so we should say fiancé. But what I'm saying is there are other ways to pronounce this word because of the adaptation that some English speakers do to some words which are foreign, are from other, because this, as far as I remember, is a French origin word, right? It's what we call in Spanish prometida, novia, right? And cassette, excellent. Cassette in the last set, right? Burlesque, excellent. Now the word I'm not. Yes, I'm. To be honest, I don't think that because you can have cheesy, cheese made, but I don't think I don't know. I don't know. I really think that we should ask to a grammar teacher if the word cheese contains, or if it doesn't contain a suffix. I don't think so. I think this is just one word that happens to end in the same, coincidentally, in the same set of letters, right? In the previous set, brotherhood, cartoonish, offenseless, ridiculous, and otherwise, very good examples. Very, very good examples. We already talked about brotherhood, cartoonish, cartoonish, offenseless. That's a very interesting word. Let's take a look at the number of syllables and the stressed, the syllable that carries the primary stress. Question for everyone in the room. How many syllables and which one is the most prominent syllable in the word offenseless?
There are 3.
Okay. Okay, there are 3. And which one is the most prominent one?
The second one?
Everyone agrees? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. One interesting word in the first set is the first one, because it contains the same grapheme, the same letter. Right? This painting is really gorgeous, but the pronunciation of these two graphemes or letters is different, right? Gorgeous. Okay, very, very interesting word in terms of pronunciation. Very interesting word in terms of pronunciation. Now, a syllable division is, thank you so much, Amaya, for sharing your example, your 3 sets with very good examples. I think all of them are very good. I just had the doubt about the word cheese. Okay, we're going to check that. I'm going to check that. If you find the answer, you share it with the rest of the group, because we are a community and we all help each other, right, to learn. We're not in the age of who's the wise man here, okay? I'm not the wise man. Everyone can share, right, knowledge in this group. Everyone may know more than the other one. Going back to the previous topic, the syllable structure. When we talk about syllable structure, we talk about a syllable, right, that might be open or closed. A syllable which is open is one ending in a vowel sound. A syllable which is closed, called closed, is one ending in a consonant. For example, in the word I that we have here in a consonant. Therefore, it's called a closed, okay? Tie is one syllable that has an onset, right? And it has, nucleus and an onset. It doesn't have a coda. Therefore, that is an open syllable. The word tile, the next one, tile, has a nucleus, has a coda, and it has a coda. As it has a coda, it's called a closed syllable, okay? So an open syllable is a syllable, not a word, okay? A syllable that ends in without a coda, ends just with a vowel sound, with a nucleus. And a closed syllable is the one which ends in a coda, in a consonant. Like, for example, if we go back to the word limit, do you remember we had this word before in a previous slide? Limit. And do you remember that the word contained two syllables? Limit. I'm sorry, that's the dot here separating the two syllables. Limit has two syllables. It has two vowel sounds, which are the two peaks of each syllables, right? Each syllable. So the first one, li, do you think it's an open syllable or a closed syllable?
An open syllable.
That's right, an open syllable, because there's no coda, right? There's no consonant sound after the nucleus. That's why it's called open syllable. And the syllable mit, mit, is it an open syllable or a closed syllable? And why?
A closed syllable, because
Exactly.
it has coda.
That's it. Very simple. Okay. So the concept that I want to be clear is that we're talking about syllables. All right. We're not talking about words, because a word can have 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. syllables. Okay. And then we need to treat this syllable by syllable. Okay, so let's continue. Now we can also describe syllables. Remember that in the previous slide, right, we can describe syllables as open syllables and closed syllables, depending if they don't have or have a coda. And we can describe the syllables in terms of structure using this, I wouldn't say acronyms, but for example, in the second one, we have vowel consonant, because the word is aisle, and aisle has a diphthong, a vowel unit, and a consonant. So we have vowel consonant and zero onset. Then the next one, which is tie, we have a consonant and a vowel. Tie, consonant and a vowel, and zero coda. The next word is, if I'm not mistaken, tile. So we have a consonant t, a vowel sound I, and a consonant u. So the structure for this syllable is CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. In the next example, we have aisles, aisles, aisles. So aisles does not have an onset, right? No onset. It has a nucleus, of course, and a coda composed by two consonant sounds. That's what we have here. Vowel, consonant, consonant. Okay, so that's what we are in this examples, in particularly in this last column, we're dealing with the structure of a syllable. Let's go and let's jump into the last two examples. We have the word tiles. The word tiles has a nucleus, right? The onset is t, and the coda is u and z, styles. And this can be described in terms of structure as CVCC. Okay, so far so good. Now, can anyone describe the last word in the same way that I have been doing with the rest of the examples? Can you describe the word styles?
I have a doubt. Hello, teacher? Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
No.
Yes,
No.
we can hear you.
Yes? Okay, so I'm going to cut off the camera. Maybe the camera is creating these internet connection issues, at least on my part. At least, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So when we're talking about structure, we can use this formula, okay? CCVO, consonant, consonant, vowel, and zero coda, okay? And the last word, styles, would be consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, right? The nucleus is preceded by two consonant sounds. The nucleus, which is still I, is preceded by S and T, a cluster of two consonant sounds. And the coda is also composed by two consonant sounds, C, right? L, Z. So this is one formula to describe the structure of a syllable. Okay? I want you to remember this because we are having an exercise, okay, in which you will have to describe the structure of the syllable using this CBC and using this zero, right, as when you're stating that there's no coda, or in the first one, there's no coda, there's no onset, there's no coda.
I have
Okay.
a doubt related to those symbols.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the circle means that there is no consonant or no coda, right?
Yes.
But
Now,
onset and coda are both always consonant sounds, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
exactly. Exactly. That's a good question because we're talking about a syllable here, right? I mean, all of these in the last column are syllables. And the syllables can be composed by just one nucleus, one vowel sound. A syllable can be composed by a vowel sound and a consonant, which is a coda. Or an onset, which is going to be always a consonant sound, and the nucleus, which is always a vowel sound. A syllable can be composed by a consonant, a vowel sound, and a consonant. The nucleus always present, and the onset and the coda. The onset and the coda are optional, right? Because what's mandatory in a syllable is always a vowel sound. That can be a monophthong or a diphthong, right? So in the last one, which is representing the word styles. Styles is a word, but it's just one syllable. I mean, it's one word, but it's also one syllable. Styles. And it's one syllable containing I as the nucleus. And before, we have an onset composed of two consonant sounds and a coda composed of two consonant sounds. Okay. All right. So that's in terms of the structure. If I tell you describe the structure, the syllable structure in the following words. So this is what basically I want you to do. Okay. I want you to use the symbols. You can forget about this maybe if it's making if it's creating confusion. This zero. Okay. And you maybe just need to use vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Okay, let's focus on what there is and not on what there isn't. The other things that we can, the concepts that we can use to describe consonants are, well, let's start from the bottom and we can move upwards. We can say that a syllable is open syllable, when there's no final consonant or no coda, right? It's an open syllable. The syllable can be a closed syllable when it ends in a consonant, as we can see here. Closed syllable, closed syllable, closed syllable. All of these three syllables end in a consonant, so we call them a closed syllable. Okay? Now we can also say that a syllable is a heavy syllable or a light syllable. Heavy and light. Okay? When do we have, let's start from this one, light. When do we have a syllable, a light syllable? When do we call it light? Basically, when it has a non-branching rhyme. A non-branching rhyme. So when we pay attention to the rhyme right here, basically that which is composed only by one consonant sound, right? One consonant sound, and the nucleus or peak is a short vowel. When we talk about a short vowel, we're talking about a schwa, for instance. We're talking about a. We're talking about e. We're talking about a. We're mentioning also a. Okay, o. All of these short vowel sounds. So when we have a short vowel sound, and we only have like here, right? The nucleus is a short vowel sound. Or also we have a short vowel sound, and the coda, like in the second example, is just one consonant sound. We're talking about a light syllable. Okay? When do we talk about a heavy syllable? A heavy syllable, it has a branching rhyme. By branching, it means that there is more than one consonant. We have two or three consonants in the coda. That's what we call a branching rhyme, okay? And also we have a heavy syllable when we have as a nucleus a long syllable. A long syllable is basically when we talk about E, right? A, U, O, okay? So those are those are some of the concepts that we're going to use to describe a syllable. A syllable can be from the bottom, open syllable. If it doesn't end in a consonant, it does not end in a consonant. It can be a closed syllable, if it ends in a consonant, right? Like these examples, CVC, CVCC, BC. And we can also describe a syllable as being light or heavy. A light syllable is one that ends in a short vowel, like the first example, any of these, okay? Or ends only in one consonant sound, one letter, okay? One consonant sound. And a heavy syllable contains a long vowel sound, or it contains a long vowel sound, or both. It may contain a long vowel sound and two or three consonant sounds. Okay? So ready for a short exercise. Please listen and write, because I'm going to dictate a couple of words, okay? I'm going to dictate 10 words, and I want you to describe the syllables in these words in terms of the structure of each syllable. And also I want you to say if the syllables are heavy / light and closed and open, okay? The first word, please remember to have a pencil next to you, a pen and a piece of paper. Or you can do this in a Word file, of course. The first word is languages. Languages. Did you get that? Languages? Which is basically this one, right? Languages. Let me stop sharing. Okay, did you get the first one? Okay,
Yes.
the first one is, okay, excellent. Languages. Can anyone suggest another word?
Try.
Another word?
Technology.
Technology. Another word? Children. Another word?
Communication.
Which one? Communication, right? Another word?
Everyone.
Another word? 3 more to go.
Pencil.
Pencil. 2 more. No, 3 more. No, 2 more. No, 3, sorry. 8, 9, 10.
Privacy.
Another one. 2
Power.
more. Power. And
Teacher.
teacher. All right. So those are the 10 words. My suggestion is go online, use an online dictionary to find the syllable division, okay? So you copy and paste the phonetic transcription next to the words, all right? So you see the dots dividing the syllable will make your job easier. Then describe the syllable in terms of the structure. CV, CVC, VCC. All right, remember V stands for vowel and C stands for consonant. And then you describe if the syllables are open and or closed and heavy or light. Okay, that's the exercise. Today is the last day we're dealing with syllabus. There's some more theory to cover, but I think I can upload it to the LMS for you to read it, and then you can let me know if you have questions. But this is a practical exercise. Is or are the instructions clear? Do you need? Do you want me to explain this again? Is it clear what you have to do?
Yes.
Okay. So describe the structure of these words in terms of syllable. Explain if they are closed, open, heavy, light syllables. Refer to the structure of these words in terms of syllables. Explain if they are open, close, open, heavy, light syllables. Okay, guys, 10 minutes, and we take a look at 10 minutes, and we take a look at your answers. I'm sorry. All right, guys, so I'll see you. Hello. How's everything going so far? I'm very curious about the process.
I have many questions.
Okay, let's talk about them.
And actually, the question goes in the first word and
Mhm.
then appear in other words. When we have a semi-vowel, I don't know how. For example, lang, we, just in the second syllable, there's a semi-vowel there,
Yes.
and there's another vowel together with the semi-vowel. So and it's not a diphthong. So how can I write it?
Right, a very good question. A semi-vowel should be considered as a consonant. Semi-vowel cannot be a nucleus of a vowel. So it should be considered part of the onset or the coda of a syllable. So in the case of language, I think we should be considering two syllables. Do you agree with that, or do you have a different opinion? What do you think?
I have three because it's plural.
Okay. Oh, sorry, languages. Yes, you're right. You're right. I was thinking about language. Yes, yes, completely agree with you. And the first syllable should be
Lan.
lang, exactly. The second one,
We.
okay, and the next one.
Yes.
This is a conversation for everyone. All right, everyone. It's is invited to participate. Okay, remember that always. So I would say that probably we have lang as the first one and widge as the second one, and probably is could be considered the third syllable. Is okay. Now that's one way to do this. Does anyone have any other opinion on the first one?
I think that I am confused by the instructions. I mean,
Okay.
I wrote the syllables in the transcription form way, I don't know how to say, and then I try to classify each syllable in CVC or that type of thing.
Yes. Yes. So let's see if I can. I think I am sharing, but I'm not sure.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And languages. Well, many use a short e instead of a. So probably this could be languages. Languages. This could be one option. So we have three syllables. And then, following what Patricio mentioned, we should consider the syllable structure. The syllable structure for the first syllable is, if you help me with this one, help me out, please.
CVC.
CVC, all right. Then
C, C, B, C, C. I think so.
Oh, all right. And the last one?
0 BC.
All right. And let's consider the first syllable. I don't know if this makes it clear or less clear. So that's the first syllable and the third syllable. The first syllable, in terms of the description elements that we talked about, is it a closed or an open syllable? What do you think?
Closed.
Okay, closed.
Closed.
Mm-hmm. What about the next one?
They are all closed.
Okay. All right then. And in terms of the weight of the syllable, is it a heavy syllable or a light syllable, the first one?
Light.
Light?
Yeah, I think they are all light.
Are they?
I think so.
Okay, all right. Now, if you compare number 1 and number 3, and you compare it with number 2, in terms of weight, if it's number 2, do you think it's a light syllable? Or do you think it might have some elements of being a heavy one? Because, yes, go ahead.
There's two consonants in the transcription we made there. So if we want it to be light, there has to be only one consonant. And I guess the sound J, it should be represented as only one consonant.
All right. Excellent. All right, all right. Very good. Very good. And then we can say that this syllable, the second syllable, right, has a branching onset. Okay, has a branching onset. Whenever we talk about branching, we mean that there's more than one, basically. So when we describe this syllable, we can say that it has a branching onset. I'm talking about this section, by the way. Okay, it's a branching onset because there's more than one consonant sound. So whenever you have 2 or 3 consonant sounds, we talk about branching onset. Whenever you have whenever you have 2 or 3 consonant sounds in the coda, we talk about a branching coda. Okay. Let's see with the next one. Let's see with the next one. How many syllables?
Sorry, but the second syllable in languages is heavy then?
The second syllable in languages, I would say that we should consider that a heavy syllable. So in order not to create confusion, we're going to consider a light syllable as one containing a short vowel sound, or just one consonant sound, either in the coda or in the onset. And a heavy syllable, we will consider a syllable that contains a long vowel sound as a nucleus, or 2 or more consonant sounds either in the coda or in the onset. So not to create confusion, that's the the structure that we're going to consider to be light and heavy. I don't know if it's clear, or if it's not clear, I can post it right here. Light, is it?
Clear.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just that on the previous slide that you shared, and there were some examples, and CVC was repeated both in light and in the heavy, um, in both. So
Yes,
that was confusion.
yes, you're totally right. I think what was missing in the slide was the vowel sound. I mean, in the first one, in the case of the heavy section, the CVC, the V should have had a colon to make it a long vowel, and to make it different from the CVC in the section of the light syllable, which can also be CVC, but with a short vowel sound. So in the section for heavy, should have been something like CVC, and in the section for a light syllable, should have been CVC. And the only difference is that for a heavy syllable, we should consider a long vowel sound, whereas in the example at the bottom is we should consider a short one.
Yes, that's why I was confused in the second syllable of languages, because E is a short vowel, but we have 2 consonants. So I was only focusing on the vowel, and I
Yes.
completely lost the number of consonants.
Yes, I totally agree with you that that's something that was missing in the slide. Gosh, it's 10:42. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry about taking up so much of your time. I do apologize. I would try for this not to happen again. I do apologize for this.
Don't
Phew.
worry.
Okay, thank you. I really
I didn't
feel
even
sad about
notice.
Okay, thank you. Sorry again. Eh, guys, I will try for this not to happen again. I will see you next week, hopefully. And I think we're seeing on Wednesday, I think. Right, Wednesday. I'm going to, no, I already uploaded a PowerPoint to the LMS or UCM Virtual. And this PowerPoint contains some theory about how to divide syllables. Syllable division is not so clear in English as it is in Spanish. There is some theory, for example, called the sorority theory, and the other one, the minimal onset principle, which you're going to find in this presentation. Read the explanation. If you find it hard to understand, I invite you to, I don't know, go to YouTube or to Google the concept. If there are questions, we can discuss them next session. Usually on Wednesday sessions, Ms. Javiera Cabeza is in charge, and I understand that she's taking over the lesson again next session on Wednesday. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy. Okay. You know we need to take care of each other, starting with us. I'll see you next Wednesday. Enjoy the weekend. Try. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for